We're here at 6 Hour AG. So this is the original Swiss company, and they have something that caught my eye, some real innovation and something that I'm just so excited about. If you know the 6 Hour SG series of rifles, so SG 550 and all of the other versions, well, you probably know what this is then. This is a truly modernized version of the SG type rifles. They designate it as the SG 5.6, and then of course 5.60 would be the longer one. You have the SG 5.61, which is a shorter, and then this one is the SG 5.63, so the shortest version. What's super cool about this is that if we look closely, this is the original SG upper receiver, and it uses the same bolt carrier, the same bolt, and the same long stroke operating system, but it's adapted to the lower, which is fully AR compatible. Now this thing is fully loaded with some awesome features. So the upper receiver is stamped. It is fully compatible with the SG 550 type rifles. You can even see that this front mounting lug that would usually be for mounting rail on the old rifle is still there, but this one has a full flat top rail that's welded on the receiver, stays on, and it's much more solid this way. And then of course you have a totally redesigned front handguard. It's super solid. It feels like it's a part of the rifle. It doesn't move even a little bit. It's free floated. I'm not sure if it retains zero, but just from the quality of attachments and how it attaches, I think even if you use lasers and aiming devices on it, it will retain zero. It is a bit heavier in the front, but not that much. The handguard has analog slots, of course, all around, and it has 4 positions where you can set up the QD sling swivel mount. And I'm just looking at the actual mount of the rail. It has 5 screws, and this black part here is steel, and this clamps directly to the barrel or the barrel extension, and it's super solid. It feels like the upper receiver is just from one part. I love that. The gas system is very, very similar to the older SG 550 series, but it has more positions. I think this one specifically has still an off position. It has a suppressed position, normal position, and adverse. And it is suppressed already, so that's another feature. Now let's go to the lower. This is probably the real innovation here. This is a lower receiver that is compatible with AR parts. So you can see any kind of AR pistol grips, AR trigger. It comes with a MAC TRS performance trigger, which is fully adjustable. And a safety, of course, AR safety. This one is set up for 45 degree, but you can also set it up for 90 degree, whatever you prefer. And I think you already noticed, so all of the controls are ambidextrous. So magazine release, bolt release on the other side, and the safety. So it uses a Picatinny attachment for buttstocks. It doesn't need a buffer tube, but you can get an attachment that allows you to mount a buffer tube and normal AR type stocks, but it's foldable. Now the really cool part is that this one can use AR magazines, but with a very quick push of a pin, you can remove this adapter and use the original magazines. And they work with the AR type button release. So this feature also allows it to be configured to 300 blackout or 7.62 by 39. When you hear the brand UTG, I know that a lot of older shooters will have a certain association. Usually it's to Chinese low quality parts. Now I get you, because UTG started as with production in China, and some of their very early products really were lower quality. Some were good, some were not. So I'll just take a quick second and explain how this works. So we have a parent company, so that's Leapers. That is a family-owned company that started with UTG as a brand. And yes, in the beginning, they made stuff in China. And yes, a lot of it was not optimal. Now, since then, They have a factory in Taiwan. Technically still China, but doesn't matter. Like, the quality of production is now on a next level. They have their own factory, so they are not outsourcing parts. They are making their own. Plus, they made some different brands. For example, UTG Pro, which is 100% made in America, in Michigan. They have the headquarters there. So it's not anymore a Chinese low-quality brand, but they are fighting to kind of go over that branding, the branding. So now, additionally, their new brand is the Integrix Optics, which is also made in Taiwan in their own factory. So it's not OEM, they're not outsourcing it. And they're only using German shot glass for lenses and Japanese Ohara glass. So these are top quality optics, but because they control 100% of the production, they do it themselves, they do quality testing and everything. These are super high tier scopes for a more reasonable price that you would get if they would be made in Japan or in Europe. The hottest new thing at the Leapers booth is probably the MP5 chassis. This one is for the MP5K, and they also have one for a normal version and one with extended M-lock and rail, so you can put a suppressor on it and still have more purchase and more rail space. It's a very simple and robust design. Essentially, it goes over the receiver and ties in into the points that would actually be used for a claw mount for optics. So it's super solid. It gives you a very low profile rail for optics, and it's one piece design, so even the front can be used for lasers and aiming devices because it will retain zero. Now, if you don't like the looks of the chassis, or if you have the MP5 SD, you can get only the optics rail with the same locking system, so it's very secure, low profile, and you can mount optics on it. And then from the front part, you can get this new M-lock mounting system, which attaches to the front side. So it will work with the MP5 SD, and you can use it to mount a light, a switch, and even a QD sling point. So the next time that you see a UTG product, take a second, check it out. It may not be what you're expecting. Especially UTG Pro. These are super high quality products. Most of them have a lot of research and development behind it, and some, like the MP5 chassis, are just something completely new to the market that was never done before. This is Pistollo 77, the coolest SMG I have ever seen. It works on a lever delayed blowback system. It's 9mm, and it looks so cool, and it's full of features that are kind of hidden in this design. It uses standard Glock magazines, but they have these kind of very cool floor plates. They hide it, so it just looks better. The stock is adjustable. They have 3 positions. The button here, you can actually remove it with the upper cover, and you access the system here. It has the ambidextrous magazine release, so on both sides. The charging handle is hidden over here. You press this button, you rack it back, and now it's an empty magazine, so the bolt is held back. You make a reload, and when you put your hand back on the handguard, you just press the button over here, and you're ready to fire. The other button here is to actually hold the bolt back. So you do this, and it holds it back. Up here, you have an integrated red dot sight, and the way how this SMG is put together, it looks so seamless. But actually it's assembled from a couple of different parts. So the handguard and the lower are aluminum together with the stock. But this upper part that kind of looks as one part is actually made from steel. This is the receiver where the bolt rides in it. And all of these plastic parts are SLS 3D printed. So they are super durable, but that also means that they are very modular. So if you want a different kind of optic, if you want a higher optic, a different kind of red dot, if you need a Picatinny rail, they can do it. Now this one is still a prototype. It has a couple of different features. The Picatinny rail on top, the charging handle is different. So these are the changes that can be easily made. And what really caught my eye is that the original handguard, this is actually M-lock. It may not look like it, but you can fit accessories here like the Picatinny rail directly on it. But just in this kind of basic, very futuristic design, this is how the gun comes in, and I don't know, maybe it's a gimmick, but it's just something special about it. Looks fucking amazing. The new 9mm suppressor from MFT, it's modular and it uses the same multi-flow technology, so very similar baffle system as their bigger brother, the rifle suppressor. Essentially the point is that these are hybrid baffles where some of the gases are diverted and go through the long path around, and this achieves almost zero back pressure. So this is 9mm. It has a Nielsen device, so a booster. You can use it on a handgun, or you can block the Nielsen device and use the same suppressor on a PCC or SMG. Now, the baffles are hybrid, and the first two baffles are stainless steel, and the others are aluminum. So this is a super durable, very rugged suppressor, and I think in this configuration you can even use it in full auto. This is a modular suppressor with 3 body parts, so you can shorten it and adapt it to your preferred length. New from Think Arms, the Perun X-47. So this is their true and tested platform, the Perun, and now it's available in 7.62 by 39. And the cool thing is that it uses the original AK magazines. So rock and lock, very sturdy, very reliable. And you can even do, you cannot do, the bump mag. Yes. Oh, you see? I'm used to the AK. Well, this one has a modular platform, and it has the ambi charging handle, so you can move it to either side, so that could work. But right now it's actually optimized for me. Now, if you're not familiar with the Perun platform, it's super modular. It uses the SCAR attachment for buttstocks. So you can use this, you can use a normal buffer tube, AR style, but because it doesn't have a buffer, this doesn't need it, you can use side folding stocks. And another cool thing about this platform is that it uses a hybrid operating system. So it has a gas tube over here, and then it has a piston system. So kind of direct gas impingement piston system, short stroke piston system. The point is it's super reliable, very clean system to operate, and it just works. The new Alien Remus, so this is the compact size Alien. It was made for EDC, but also very nice to shoot. Essentially it uses the same system with a very low bore axis. This is the barrel, and uses the gas delayed operating system, and this is the slide. So this is the only thing that moves. The optics stays in place, but if you need to rag the slide quickly, you can engage this lever here, so you can do this, and then it works normally. It also has an external safety over here, so it's safe to conceal carry. The trigger is the same as on the normal version, super light, very crisp, amazing handgun, just don't ask about the price. This is the Venator. It's still a prototype, but this is how I imagine the future of handguns will look. So it has an extremely low bore axis, but unlike an Alien, this has a rotating barrel. It's locking and rotating. It has a mount for optics, and the mount for optics doesn't move with the slide, but the actual sides do. Now, you already saw the cool feature over here, the LED display. Right now it shows no magazine. I insert magazine with a couple of dummy rounds, and it will show how many rounds I still have left. If I remove one, only 4 rounds left. Now, additional feature, you can see your barrel temperature, the total amount of rounds that you fired, and the battery life. It also has a cocked trigger indicator, this red light over here, and the trigger is super nice. Okay, so we're mostly at IWA for the guns and stuff connected to shooting, but still one of the fun parts is the Airsoft booths. And why it's fun? Because we can drink and also shoot. Of course, not with real guns. High stakes Russian roulette at the Novrich booth. The winner gets to take a shot of alcohol, and the loser gets shot with the gun.
Ooh, okay, I'm safe. Oh, that was so close.
Oh.
I bet. I got it. Sorry. Oh, please. No.
No pressure.
What the? Oh,
Are you cheating? Fuck! Damn it!
Yeah.
Okay, drink.
Wait, cheers.
Cheers! Cheers! Yay!
Okay.
It's okay, it's okay, it's not that bad. Oh, and again, we're at Wholesome Booth. Oh, hey Dennis. Cheers. Zdravie. And shout out to Kevin. Yeah, I think we got the guys drunk and they cannot work anymore, so they're just like putting away the optics. They will close for the night and we'll go out partying. Maybe you have noticed that this year's IWA video is a bit short. That's because we don't get a lot of views on our normal content and we decided to do shorts. I don't know if that will pay off or not, but if you want to see more coverage from IWA, just check out the playlist where we have hundreds of shorts from all of the interesting stuff that we did. Now, please, let's go home and sleep or something.